Alright, before I give my part 2 King of Fighter 14 V-Blog, basically the roster is, I want to just basically think of it also as a follow-up to my history of SNK as of right now. Well, technically as of that video was published. So there were actually more than missing what's happening with SNK, and it's very, very good thing. Let's just say that it's good to be, once again, an SNK fan. I've been a fan for a while in the past, even before the PS2 era, but when the PS2 era came, you know the story. I already told it too many times. There was some controversy. They were trying to capitalize on their games, didn't really work. And it was like, oh man, are we going to ever get out of this SNK games? And then during the HD era, for a while, it was going to Xbox, and then later on to PS3 with the NGS Station, and then ever since after King of Fighter 13, most people think, is SNK gone for good? Are they just doing mobile game, indie games, or especially Pachinko? What's going on here? So that's basically happened until April the 25th, 2016. So not only King of Fighter is back, the game is solid, I should say. It's the worth $60 in my opinion versus Street Fighter 5. Oops. But nothing personal. Is that another thing is, of course, educating itself, the business, the people. One, from I think 2 people that used to work for Street Fighter 4 is now in SNK, and one of them was the director of fighting engine for Street Fighter 4. He's the director for King Fighter 14. So hopefully we have that a little bit of that Capcom influence, especially Street Fighter 4. In other words, this guy used to work under Ono, so hopefully he got some knowledge from Ono and used it for King Fighter 14. And there's another guy, I have no idea. And before that, I think 2013, I mentioned it before, not so much. It wasn't really a big deal yet, but let's just add it here too. Is that the new president of SNK, I don't know about the owner, I think, I have to look at that one, but I think even the owner no longer even own SNK anymore. I think he really just sold it off. Well, I'll find out. But the current president of SNK I don't know his name, but he used to work for Namco Bandai of America as a market, in the market team, from what I heard. So this guy not only knows about the Japanese market, hopefully he does also know the American market. Again, that's a good thing. So a lot of good things happening. Now the best part here is SNK will fight. They're rebranding themselves, or let's just say they're going back to what SNK is all about. The future is now. And that's really a big deal, because for a while when SNK went bankrupt, when people thought in 2002, 2003 that SNK was back, SNK Playmore, because the owner of SNK created his own company, he combined it with SNK, that's why SNK Playmore. People thought, that'd be great, and of course, like I mentioned before, the controversies and the direction was going. Now, because ever since they were bought by a Chinese entertainment development company, I think that's what it is, I don't know the name, SNK is just going back to the game. They're finally going back to what SNK's roots is all about. I mean, unlike Konami with their mobile gaming, but that's a different story. So, one, no more SNK Playmore. I knew that, I had a feeling they got rid of that Playmore because I just didn't like the name. I didn't like the history behind it, but you know what? Now it's gone. I'm happy about it. Excuse me. So, yes, once again, just like in the old days in the 1990, before they went bankrupt, they're SNK. And their motto, once again, they're bringing it back. The future is now. In the 1990, the future is now with high-tech 2D games. Now, 2016, the future is now for SNK. They're finally now going to 3D. They're making their game, again, maybe go 3D. Maybe there'll still be 2D games. Maybe SNK compilation. I would love that. I would buy that. I mean, another good news thanks to Gio Corsi, May 24th, they're gonna have Last Blade 2 uncensored and cross-buy for the PS4 and PS Vita. So awesome. They're just in a roll. And of course, 2017, there's already been confirmed they are working on a new Samurai Shodown game. We'll see what it looks like. But yeah, King of Fighter 14, like I said, surprisingly this August. So wow, I mean, I thought it was going to be 2017, but wow, I guess they're almost done with it. So I mean, the story was that they didn't really want to announce it until they were almost complete, like 70%. That's why. And same goes with believe it or not with Street Fighter 5. That's why when they announced it, it was like sort of a year or so to some extent because or yeah, sort of a year or so, but the development was already been ongoing when Ultra Street Fighter 5 came out. I think that's when Street Fighter 5 basically started development. No one didn't know, it was under the radar until there was that Hadouken cap. But again, you got the idea. So yeah, SNK, they're back. They're rebranded. They're back to what SNK is all about. I'm happy. No more Playmore. Didn't like the word. Didn't like the meaning behind it. That's gone. I mean, the owner of SNK, the guy, from what he sold it, so I think it was the right move. It's on good hands, in my opinion. The future's now exact for SNK. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully they don't mess it up, but I don't think they won't. They want to go back in gaming. It's awesome. Just everything with SNK right now, it's so awesome. So, yeah. So next one is now I am going to give my in-depth of the roster for King Fighter